I'm gonna make him an offer again. Of all the gin joints and all the towns and all the world.
Handle the truth. You can't fight in here. This is the
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
This is where the fun begins.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Welcome, everybody, back to Multiplex Movie Melee. I'm Payson Cinemaster Johnson, and we have an exciting match tonight in our 2025 singles division. We have the number 10 seed, Dean Manness, taking on the number 20 seed, Joe Farrelly, going up against the number 22 seed, Anthony Tisdall. Just to shout out how this tournament is playing out. Everyone called each other out. Dean called out Joe, then Joe called out Anthony. It's going to be an exciting match. I think all three of these players have kind of similar movie tastes, similar interests. And yeah, I'm just excited to see who ends up on top. Coho, how are you feeling tonight?
I'm excited to be here. We're getting into this tournament, all these triple threats happening. The whole pick'em system was crazy. To now get to kind of see some of these matches play out in person here, and that's going to be great. We've had Dean, who had a great end of last year, and we had Joe, who did really well earlier in the Golden Ticket tournament, or just earlier this year even, and Anthony, who has his new team, has been playing really solid, has also had a couple matches last year where he came out just really impressed. So I'm really excited to see all three of these guys face off here and see who's going to come out here with a win.
Absolutely. I'm excited. I say we bring the opponents in to talk about this match, starting with our first opponent tonight, Anthony Tisdall. Anthony, I was thinking tonight, with this being a triple threat pick'em tournament, it must feel a little strange being the third person to be picked to that. So how are you feeling coming in tonight?
When it comes to movie trivia, I expect to be the last person picked. Normally sports, I was a little earlier on, but movie trivia, no, this feels right. No, this is going to be fun. I like these two. This is going to be a good match. I look forward to it. And at least the winner of this can be called Mr. International. Pitbull, you're losing your name. The winner of this match, Mr. International. So I look forward to it. This is going to be great.
Pitbull is a has-been. Anthony Tisdall, 2025. I say we bring in your next opponent, coming all the way from England, Joe Farrelly. Joe was said earlier tonight, probably right now, match of the year contender. Your first match against Kirk in the Golden Ticket tournament. You get to say that you didn't lose to anyone that you didn't beat in the Golden Ticket tournament. I think it's something that no other player can say in tournament, which is pretty cool. How are you feeling coming in tonight?
Yeah, sounds about right. I didn't lose to anyone I haven't beaten yet. Still didn't win the tournament. Sounds about right for me in singles. I'm looking forward to this. I think, Dean Anthony always, like I say, top good performances. In my opinion, Anthony will disagree because he self-deprecates, but that's fine. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I think there's a good mix of skills and strengths, and it's really going to depend on what's been written. I think more than individual. I think we've all got strengths in different places, better than each other in different things. Yeah, I've genuinely no idea how this is going to go.
That's fair. Playing on the edge of surprise. I love that. I say we bring your final opponent in, Dean, the one that started this match by calling out Joe. Dean, you also had a pretty solid run in the Golden Ticket tournament. How are you feeling coming in tonight?
Yeah, feeling good. Didn't have a great last match because I lost, but I want to bounce back off of that. This tournament's really fun. I've never been in a triple threat match before, so I don't really know exactly the strategy, but I'll just have some fun and play it out here.
Love that attitude. I say we jump right into the match. Round one is going to work like this. Fighters will have 8 questions in 8 general movie categories, each worth 1 point apiece. They will have 15 seconds to write their answer on their board, after which I will say pens down, and they will reveal their answers. They answer all 8 questions right, you will receive a bonus question. All 3 competitors will have 3 repeats and 1 challenge throughout the duration of the match. And just a reminder, because this is a triple threat, the winner gets a win on their record. The third place loser gets a loss. The second place finisher gets nothing on their record. So any questions before we head into round number 1?
Good luck, guys.
Your first question in the category of musicals. In My Fair Lady, Henry's friend Pickering holds what military rank? Have you ever pickered some pickles, Coho? Gone into a pickle field and pickered some pickles?
I really have no idea what the hell you're saying, and this is like kind of the perfect way to start this because we haven't been on the desk together for a second, and it reminds me why I don't like being.
That's fair. Shout out to Peter Piper Pickled Peppers, who pickled some pickles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Anthony, we'll go to you.
It's happy it was an ology question. Then you ask a rank question. I don't know, Captain.
We'll go to Joe.
I feel like I've heard of a Sergeant Pickering, so I'll go with it.
And we'll go to Dean.
I also said captain.
All incorrect. We're looking for Colonel, the one that's tough to spell.
That's why I picked captain. It was easiest to spell.
That's fair.
You don't know. It's always Colonel. It's a rule.
It's true. All right, guys, your second question comes in the category of Westerns. Who plays outlaw turned preacher Court in 1995's The Quick and the Dead?
Are there days you feel quick, Coho?
No, but right now I feel pretty dead.
I was going to say, yeah. Going home from work, hosting a match. It's always fun.
Yeah, it's great. Good time.
Got my 5 o'clock coffee in hand right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Joe will go to you.
Nothing.
We'll go to Dean.
So many people in this movie. Gene Hackman?
And we'll go to Anthony.
Russell Crowe?
Yeah.
Hold it up. Russell Crowe is correct. Anthony, 1-0-0 lead.
Should ease a repeat.
As we head into your third question in the category of romance.
Yeah, there he is.
What 80s romance film features Lily Taylor, Annabeth Gish, and Julia Roberts as sisters? You have sisters, right, Coho?
I have one sister. Yes, she's been on the
I
channel
don't think
before.
this is right.
Yeah. In a league that doesn't exist anymore.
True, but she's just also been on live shows, I think.
Yeah, good.
Pretty sure I've seen. I think she was on Miscellaneous once.
Yes. I don't have a sister, but I have a brother, and we are arch nemesis.
It's typically
5,
on those, right?
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Dean will go to you.
Mystic Pizza?
We will go to Anthony.
I went the movie. I went Hannah and her sisters because their
Ooh,
sisters
Joe.
are pickle.
No, it's still Magnolias.
Mystic Pizza is correct. Dean is on the board.
All right, so we'll go to your next question, the category of recent releases. Thomas and Ellen live in what country in Nosferatu? So this is a great movie.
Hello, Coho. How are you doing today? You have a mustache like me, the great Nosferatu.
Somewhere Mark is suddenly liking you more than he's ever liked you before.
Oh yeah. I am breaking you right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Anthony will go to you.
Great Britain?
We'll go to Joe.
Germany.
We'll go to Dean.
Yes, at England.
Everyone is on the board because Germany is correct. Joe hitting that. As we head into your fifth question in the category of directors, who directed Frost Nixon? Who in this community? Nope, absolutely.
I was going to say, I don't know if you want to go down this line. So let's flip it. Who would be the one to be like the Frost?
You knew exactly where the. And the answer
Why
is
Dylan?
The answer
Why
is
Dylan?
yeah, Dylan. Yeah, I was gonna say all of us on the leadership team, but yeah, David
Dylan
Frost.
himself is like the David Frost of our.
Absolutely. 5, 4,
Nope.
2, 1. Pens down. Joe will go to you.
Michael Mann.
We'll go to Dean.
Barry Levinson?
We'll go to Anthony.
Oliver Stone does political stuff.
All incorrect. We're looking for Ron Howard. Ron Howard is correct.
All much more interesting, I would say. Not like. Your next question comes in the category of animation. In the Peanuts movie, what historical figure does Snoopy fight against while flying on his doghouse?
I'll say, I really like Frost Nixon. Michael Mann directing Frost Nixon, I think, would be even better.
I agree. I was going to say Michael Mann, or even I'm not going to say Oliver Stones would be better, but I'd be interested.
It would be wild. It would be wild.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird, Anthony. I was between Michael Mann and Oliver Stone, weirdly.
5,
That's why
4,
we're all the call together. Because we all just...
2, 1. Pens down. Dean will go to you.
Not my round. Napoleon?
We'll go to Anthony.
The Red Baron.
And we will go to Joe.
You said flying, so Leonardo da Vinci.
The Red Baron is correct. Anthony hitting that. As we have your penultimate question in the category of comedy. What 70s comedy focuses on a fraternity called Delta Tau Chi with students on double secret probation? I just realized with that last question, part of me was thinking, if someone pulls out the Red Baron's real name and we have to Google what that real name is.
Baron von Richthofen.
Oh, there we go. Thank you, Joe. Well, thank you.
Thank you. Blackadder goes forth.
Yep. Baron von Richthofen. I like that. I'll tell you who Richthofen reminds me of in 5.
Played by a man who would eventually go on to play an Imperial officer.
Ooh, 2, 1.
I have no idea what's happening.
Anthony, we'll go to you.
Animal House.
We'll go to Joe.
You'll see my impression of a zit. Animal House.
And we'll go to Dean.
I didn't get it.
Animal House is correct. Joe and Anthony hitting that.
As we go to your final question of the round in the category of actors and actresses. What actress has appeared in the following films? Mean Girls, Wet Hot American Summer, and Baby Mama.
We should say this is the 2004 Mean Girls.
The good one.
Good point. I was going to say, when you hear the name Richthofen, what do you think of Coho?
Nothing. To be so real with you, you say Rich Tom.
The answer is the German doctor from Nazi Zombies. Who am I talking to? Yeah.
Great. Fantastic.
Yo, don't act like you didn't play that. We've talked about this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hands down. You told me Black Ops 2 is your favorite Call of Duty game. Joe, will go to you.
Is she in Wet Hot American Summer? That's the question. Tina Fey.
We'll go to Dean.
It's
Amy Poehler.
Yeah.
We'll go to Anthony.
Amy Poehler.
Poehler is correct. Tina Fey is in 2 of those. Amy Poehler is in 3. So Anthony.
I had
One
Tina
I
Fey written at first.
The one I haven't seen.
So Coho, coming out of round 1, I have Anthony at 4, Joe and Dean at 2. Is that what you have?
That is, I believe, what I have. Yes.
Round 2 is going to work like this. Competitors will receive 5 questions from whatever category they land on, each worth 2 points apiece. Check the multiple choice. It devalues that question down to 1 point if they don't like what they spin for their first spin. They are allowed to respin, but they must keep whatever they land on for that second spin. But be on the lookout because stealing is involved in this round. The categories that your competitors can land on tonight are, as we go down, John Carpenter, which is Dean's strength. Eon James Bond, which is Joe Farrelly's strength. 1990 to 2009 Nicolas Cage, which is Anthony's strength, as well as the general categories of sci-fi fantasy, comic book movies, horror, crime, musicals, 2010s, and war. Anthony, you are in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer?
I guess I'll defer because that seems normal.
All right. Dean, you are higher ranked between you and Joe. Would you like to go first or defer to Joe?
You know, Joe likes spinning first. Fate would say I let him spin. He spins James Bond and gets 10. Let's test Fate. I'll let him spin.
Okay, you are going to test it.
I like spinning first when all the categories are things I've seen everything in.
Then, Joe, this will be your first spin. You land on the category of horror. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
It's really not the worst thing on that wheel. I watch a lot of horror because my wife likes horror. But it's 50-50. Do you know what? It's melee. Spin again.
And you must
Here
keep
comes
everything
Ron.
on for your second spin. You land on the category of sci-fi fantasy.
That's actually better than horror. That's fine.
Yeah.
Ho-Ho, why don't you give Joe his questions in the category of sci-fi fantasy?
Sure thing, Joe. Are you ready for your questions?
Sure.
All right, then your first question in the category of sci-fi fantasy. Who directed The Fountain?
Good stuff. Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Darren Aronofsky, B, Danny Boyle, C, Steven Soderbergh, or D, the Wachowski sisters.
D, Delta.
That is incorrect. Dean and Anthony, the chance for the 1 point steal. Your options again are A, Darren Aronofsky, B, Danny Boyle, C, Steven Soderbergh, or D, the Wachowski sisters.
Yes, competitors, thank you. Write your answer on your board. I realize I didn't say that, so I'm going to give you a little extra time this time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Anthony, will go to you.
Seems like some weird Aronofsky shit. Hey.
And we'll go to Dean.
Some weird Aronofsky shit.
Darren Aronofsky is correct. It is some weird Aronofsky shit.
All right, Joe, your second question. What 80s sci-fi film opens with a police officer being vaporized after opening up the trunk of a car that he pulled over?
We'll go multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Repo Man, B, The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension, C, They Live, or D, The Hidden.
Okay, we can ignore the one I've seen. Probably. A.
That is correct for 1 point. Your third question. In Midnight in Paris, at what type of location does Gil meet Ernest Hemingway?
This is going really well. Multiple choice.
Your options are A, library, B, hotel, C, bar, or D, cafe.
D is in Delta.
That is correct for 1 point. Your fourth question. Who plays NYPD Detective Robert Thorne in Soylent Green?
Oh, I could risk it too. But we'll go multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Paul Newman, B, Gregory Peck, C, Charlton Heston, or D, Richard Burton.
C.
That is correct for one more point.
Should have risked it.
And your final question. What is the name of the city Demolition Man is set in?
Oh, man. Rue's not going to like the fact that I'm doing this. Multiple choice.
Your options are A, Old DC, B, Neo Diego, C, San Angeles, or D, New Francisco.
B. Bravo.
That is incorrect. Dean and Anthony, the chance for the 1 point still. Your options are A, Old DC, B, Neo Diego, C, San Angeles, or D, New Francisco.
I need some steals.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Anthony, will go to you.
San Angeles.
And we'll go to Dean.
Also, it was C.
San Angeles is correct. Both Dean and Anthony hitting that 1 point steal. All right, so Coho, that brings an end to Joe's round, getting a score up to 5. Dean and Anthony getting some steals. Dean getting a score up to 4. Anthony getting a score up to 6. Is that what you have?
That is, in fact, what I have, yes.
Now someone's going to spin horror and make me regret my decision.
And we are going to bring the wheel back in before we spin. Anthony, the decision once again falls to you. Would you like to spin next, or would you like to defer again?
Well, it seemed to work out that got taken off the wheel. So let's see if the next questions are hard as well. Dean, please enjoy.
All right, then, Dean, this will be your first spin. And you land on the category of the 2010s. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
Yeah, I'll keep it.
All right, keeping the 2010s. I will be giving you your questions in the category of the 2010s. Dean, are you prepared?
Yeah.
All right, then your first question in the category of the 2010s. In Dunkirk, who plays Mr. Dawson, a civilian sailor who saves a shell-shocked soldier from the water?
Mark Rylance?
That is correct for 2 points.
I know I even start sometimes.
A lot of S's in that question. Your second question. Fruitvale Station takes place during what holiday?
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options. Is it A, 4th of July, B, New Year's, C, Christmas, or D, Thanksgiving?
Christmas.
That is incorrect. Joe and Anthony, a chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, 4th of July, B, New Year's, C, Christmas, or D, Thanksgiving? Five, four, three, two, one. Pens down. Anthony will go to you.
New Year's.
And we'll go to Joe.
New Year's.
New Year's is correct. Joe and Anthony both getting that steal.
Quick question before we go to the next one. Am I freezing for everyone? Because
No.
everyone's freezing for me, so maybe I'm just all right.
You've
cool.
been fine.
On my end.
All right.
All right. Your third question, Dean, in the category of the 2010s. In the shape of water, Eliza lives above what kind of location?
I'll go multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options. Is it A, a movie theater, B, a hat shop, C, a diner, or D, a pet store?
D.
D is incorrect. Joe and Anthony, a chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, movie theater, B, hat shop, C, diner, or D, pet store? Five, four, three, two, one. Pens down. Anthony will go to you.
Movie theater.
And we will go to Joe.
Hey.
A movie theater is correct. Joe and Anthony getting that 1-point steal. Your penultimate question in the category of the 2010s. Who directed Tomorrowland?
Brad Bird.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question in the category of the 2010s. In The Fighter, which real-life boxer does Dickie frequently mention that he went the distance with? Five, four.
I'll go multiple.
All right, your multiple choice options. Is it A, Floyd Mayweather, B, Mike Tyson, C, Sonny Liston, or D, Sugar Ray Leonard?
D is what I was thinking.
Is that your final answer?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
D, Sugar Ray Leonard is correct. So Dean hitting that last one, getting a score up to 9, but Joe and Anthony getting some steals once again. Joe getting a score up to 7, Anthony getting a score up to 8. Is that what you have, Coho?
I have.
All right, then we will bring this wheel in for Anthony's first spin.
Oh God! Come on, be the right club.
Spin is in. And you land on the category of comic book movie. Let's keep that or spin again.
Fuck! I can't. Damn you, Joe! Why do you have to be here? I think I got to take it because there's a couple others on here I would rather not want.
All right, taking comic book movies. Let's yeet the wheel out of here. Coho, why don't you give Anthony his questions in the category of comic book movies?
For sure. All right, Anthony, your first question in the category of comic book movies. In The Empty Man, we find out James's family dies in what way?
Cool. We'll go multiple choice. Didn't realize this was a comic book.
Your multiple choice options are A, plane crash, B, fire, C, armed robbery, or D, car accident.
Let's go with the classic car accident.
That is correct for 1 point.
Why not?
Your second question. In The Suicide Squad, from the squad's first fight, who is the first member to die?
What is it?
Five, four, three, two.
Multiple choice. I just don't think I'm gonna get the name
Your multiple choice options are A, javelin, B, blackguard, C, Captain Boomerang, or D, savant.
Blackguard.
That is correct for 1
I couldn't
point.
get Blackgate out of my head. I was like, I forgot the second word.
You don't like Middle Earth.
Your third question. At the beginning of The Punisher, Frank Castle worked for what government agency?
I know Joe knows every one of these and probably Dean, so just guessing is not going to help me. Have a guess.
5, 4.
I'm just going to go multiple and be safe here.
Your multiple choice options are A, DEA, B, FBI, C, ATF, or D, CIA.
Fun. Just go with the one I was thinking of, FBI.
That is correct for 1 point.
Go with that. Damn it.
Your penultimate question.
Sorry, Joe.
In Man of Steel, Clark says the symbol on his chest stands for what?
Hope.
That is correct for 2 more points. And your final question. Who plays Sergeant Albright in 1994's The Crow?
Oh, I meant to rewatch this at some point. Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Wesley Snipes, B, Ernie Hudson, C, Lawrence Fishburne, or D, Keith David.
No, that's the other one. All right, Joe, this might be your steal opportunity. I'll go Keith David.
4.
That is incorrect. Joe and Dean, the chance for 1 point steal. Your options are A, Wesley Snipes, B, Ernie Hudson, C, Lawrence Fishburne, or D, Keith David.
Going to be pissed if it's the other one I was thinking.
We'll get answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Joe will go to you.
Andy Hudson.
Okay, feel better.
B.
B, Ernie Hudson is correct. So Joe and Dean both getting that steal. All right, so coming out of that round, Coho, I have Anthony getting a score up to 13, but with some steals, Dean getting a score up to 10, and Joe getting a score up to 8. Is that what you have?
That is indeed what I have.
All right, but anything can happen as we move into round number 3, also known as the Pick Your Poison round. Before the match, competitors went back and forth drafting categories that will appear in this round, and now they will go back and forth once again drafting categories that they would like to answer questions from. The categories that your competitors can answer questions from are romantic comedies, family, horror, mystery thriller, sci-fi fantasy, sports, 2000s, animated, comedy, 1990s, comic book movies, and drama. Your competitors will pick their categories right now. All right, your competitors have chosen their categories. Joe, we're going to be starting with you because you are behind. What would you like for your 1-pointer?
We'll go drama for 1, please.
Drama for 1. Okay. I will be giving you your questions in the category of drama. Your 1-pointer in the category of drama. Chris O'Donnell plays a student who takes a job assisting a blind retired veteran in which 90s drama?
It's not me.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Side house rules.
That is unfortunately incorrect. We're looking for Scent of a Woman.
Been on my list.
What we're looking for. So, Joe, we are going to stick with you. What would you like for your 2-pointer?
1990s for 2.
All right, 1990s for 2. Who plays media tycoon William Parrish in Meet Joe Black?
Anthony Hopkins?
That is correct for 2 points.
I've not seen it. I saw a clip on TikTok this afternoon.
So that does have Joe and Dean tied, but Dean, you have more questions. What would you like for your 1-pointer?
2000s.
All right, 2000. Coho, you will be giving Dean his questions this round.
Your 1-pointer in the category of the 2000s. Are you ready?
Yep.
Question is, Who plays Jules Paxton in Bend It Like Beckham?
Keira Knightley.
That's correct for 1 point.
All right, that does bounce us back to Joe. Joe, what would you like for your 3-pointer?
Fast and Furious for 3. Family for 3, please.
Family for 3 sounds good.
I will accept that joke every time.
Yeah.
Your 3-pointer in the category of family. In Wonka, Willie and Noodle sneak into the zoo to obtain milk from what type of animal?
Giraffe.
And that is correct for 3 points. No hesitation. All right, so that does send the game back over to Dean because he is behind. Dean, what would you like for your 2-pointer?
I'll take sci-fi fantasy.
All right, sci-fi fantasy for 2. Coho.
Your 2-pointer in the category of sci-fi fantasy. Who stars as performance artist Saul Tenser in 2022's Crimes of the Future?
Viggo Mortensen.
That is correct for 2 points.
And with that, we have all 3 players tied up. But Anthony, you do have the most amount of questions to answer. So we are going to stay with you. We are going to go over to you. What would you like for your 1-pointer?
I'll start with animation.
All right, starting with animation. I will be giving you questions in the category of this round. Your 1-pointer in the category of animation. A family with the last name Madrigal are the main focus of which 2021 animated film?
Encanto.
And that is correct for 1 point. All right, so Joe and Dean are still tied, but Dean, you have more questions to answer. What would you like for your 3-pointer?
Rom-com.
All right, your 3-pointer in the category of rom-coms. Coho?
Your question is, what is the profession of Rock Hudson's character in Pillow Talk?
Five, 4, 3.
Repeat, please.
That's your first repeat. Question again. What is the profession of Rock Hudson's character in Pillow Talk?
I think I'm getting it confused. Doctor.
It's incorrect. The answer we were looking for was a composer or a songwriter.
All right, so Dean and Joe have their 4-pointers left. We are going to go back over to Joe to hit his 4-pointer in the category of comic book movies. I'll explain what can happen after this question. But
yeah.
Joe, your 4-pointer in the category of comic book movies. In Iron Man 2, when presenting Rhodey with all of his weapons for the War Machine suit, what is the name of the missile that Justin Hammer shows him last?
Call it the ex-wife.
And that is correct for 4 big points.
50-50 or it's going to be Marvel or DC in this damn game.
That's fair. So now it all comes down to this. Joe has answered all the questions he possibly can for this match. We are going to go back over to Dean. If Dean hits this, he sends the game back over to Anthony to answer answer more questions. If he doesn't, he has cemented himself in, unfortunately, last place. So, Dean, your 4-pointer in the category of horror. Coho.
Question is, which 90s horror film is about a group of men in the military whose rescue mission goes awry when they start getting hunted by a cannibal?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Repeat.
That is your second repeat. Which 90s horror film is about a group of men in the military whose rescue mission goes awry when they start getting hunted by a cannibal?
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat.
Your final repeat. Question again. Which 90s horror film is about a group of men in the military whose rescue mission goes awry when they start getting hunted by a cannibal?
I got nothing here. Southern Comfort.
That is incorrect. The answer we're looking for was Ravenous. Ravenous.
So that does bring an end to Dean's score in this game, which is scored up to 13. We are now going to be going back over to Anthony to answer some questions. You are currently at 14. Joe is at 13. Is at 17. Just want to set the stage. What would you like for your 2-pointer?
God damn it. Let's go with sports, I guess.
All right, your 2-pointer in the category of sports. Who plays Gordon Bombay in the Mighty Ducks series?
Emilio Estevez.
And that is correct for 2 points.
Emilio!
All right, so here is the situation. Anthony hits either his 3 or his 4. He does win the game. Anthony, what would you like for your 3-pointer?
Doesn't really matter which one I pick, so let's try the mystery thriller first.
All right. Your 3-pointer in mystery thriller. In 7, the Pride victim had what profession?
I have a guess. I don't think using a repeat is going to help, so
5,
a model.
3, 2. And your winner, Anthony Tisdall Model, is correct, bringing a score up to 19. Joe at 17, Dean at 13. I'm going to take all the players off screen as I talk with my co-host. Full transparency to everyone. This is the first triple threat match we shot, and honestly, I think this was a super fun match. A lot of different players in the lead at some points. Players didn't have the lead at certain points. Anthony seemed to always kind of have a slight head above both players, and he was able to get the lead at the end. How are you feeling about tonight's match? What are your thoughts on tonight's match, Go?
I thought this was a great match. I thought all 3 of them were able to keep it really close with each other. I think each other maybe got categories that maybe the other one wanted, and they all maneuvered it as best they could there. I thought round 3 ended up being a really strong spot for everyone. Joe only misses the 1, fights his way back. Anthony doesn't miss, and Dean puts forth the strong start, just kind of can't quite close it. I think all 3 of them put together an effort that was admirable today in this match. So.
Absolutely. I say we bring the competitors in for interviews, starting with our unfortunate 3rd-place finisher, Dean. I think you said it just during round 1. This didn't seem to be quite your game. You had some really great pulls in round 2. I think you hit every single steal that you were given, but just round 3 just also didn't seem to go your way. How are you feeling tonight?
Yeah, it doesn't feel great to be last. And to be the first one to pick someone, to call someone out, and then to be finished last in the match. Not great. I really liked the match. It was a good match. It was so close. I think it was pretty exciting. Round 2, was pretty fun for everyone. We all didn't get the exact thing that we wanted, but other people were good at. So Anthony did the best in that round. He was able to come out ahead. He played unbelievable today. Really, he played great. There was no catching him today. I got to figure out my round 3 categories. I don't think I've answered a 3 in rom-com correct ever, so I don't know why I keep taking it. So I need to figure that out. I haven't seen Ravenous, so I'm fine with that. But yeah, it just wasn't quite my day. I've pulled back the intensity on trivia to have some more fun, and since I did that, I'm 0-3. So maybe I need to put the intensity back on a little bit to get a couple wins out of here. But yeah, it was a fun one today.
That is totally fair. When you do come back, is there anyone you would like to play?
I don't know. This probably puts me closer to 500. I keep calling out Matthew. Like I was looking for his name in the pick tournament, wasn't there? So I play Matthew.
By the time this match comes out, Matthew might be our singles champion. So we will see what happens there. But thank you so much, Dean, for showing up. We are going to be talking now with our second place finisher tonight. Joe, coming into round number 2, coming into round number 3, you were behind, but so it must feel pretty good to not get a loss on your record at least. And I know you've always talked about something that's funny is you always feel a little shaky if it's not Marvel or DC with that comic book movie. But luckily for you, there's a lot of Marvel and DC comic book movies out there, and you hit both those 3 and 4 like without hesitation. Like I think the one I'm thinking about is Giraffe. Like holy shit, how are you feeling after tonight's match?
Yeah, weird. I think I've seen Wonka maybe twice. Like watched it when it was in theaters, and then maybe just watched it once when it was like released and it was just on. I was like, yeah, I'll give it a watch. I don't know why that moment stuck, but it did. Yeah, I mean, I used to do a lot of writing for comic book movies in opening night trivia, which obviously wasn't just Marvel and DC, so I do have the knowledge, but obviously Marvel and DC is a lot deeper. My knowledge is much deeper. So it's always like, is it going to be from that side or is it going to be from the other side, where I'm a little bit rustier because I haven't looked at those notes in a long time. Yeah, a little bit. I think with a little bit more strategy, I could have maybe forced Anthony into his 4. If I'd repeated the quick and the dead question, I'd have hit Russell Crowe because I got it as pens would come in, just about 2 seconds after pens down. And that would have forced him into his 4-pointer because it would have been a tie at that point, or maybe not trusting my gut, going to the 2 points on Charlton Heston in round 2. But apart from that, no, it was a good match. It's quite funny actually because you look at the rankings and where we are. It was finished in the reverse order of the rankings, and not only that, it's Dean called me out, I beat Dean. I called Anthony out, Anthony beat me. So it's some poor choices were made.
That is totally fair, Joe. When you do come back, is there anyone you would like to play?
I mean, well, no, we had a teams match, so we had a trios match, so that's kind of been settled now with Kirk. So I don't know. I'll make it a little bit more relaxed and someone I get on with as well. Maybe someone like Harvey or someone like that. Just just make it fun.
Fun with hobby. I think that's something most players would like. Thank you so much, Joe. Gonna put you backstage as we talk with your winner tonight. I don't know, Coho. I'm sorry. Anthony, look, like I said, you were the first player here that was like calling out for like the end of the pick'em round, so it must feel pretty good to be standing on top of both players tonight in the victory. How are you feeling coming out with the victory tonight?
I'm as shocked as everyone in this screen and everyone in the background. I did not expect this. Even out of round 1, I was only up 2. Those are pretty tough questions for apparently all of us. And round 2, like they were saying, we all got stuff we're fine with, but not great. I had to go with comic book movies. I knew Joe was going to steal, and I could see his face on every single question, which is why I didn't risk anything, because he knew all of them. It just worked out. I was a little worried about round 3. I think I might have messed up when I should have picked, because Dean stole horror. I probably still could have got a lot of stuff that I wanted if I went second. So I kind of was worried about messing that up. But it feels good. This was a fun match. They're 2 great guys. It was a lot of fun to just play, and it was pretty even the whole time. Even if I had that small lead, I never knew it was going to last, because in round 4, as both of you say it, or round 3, you say you can't aim for round 3. Anything can happen, as you say before every round 2 and 3. So it's very true. So it's nice. I'm a little worried about what might be in my future now. but it's great. It's great to get the win.
Well, hey, you got the win tonight. That means you are going to be advancing in this Pick'em tournament. When you do come back, is there someone you like to tease you might be calling out, or would you like to keep that close to your chest?
No, since Dylan was kind of a dick during Rue and Kaiser's match by saying, I need to win more matches to play Rue, I would like to play Rue. He's been calling me out. I've been calling him out. I would love to play Rue. Yes, Dylan, I know you're in the background, and I know we've had this discussion already. I was offended. That hurt me. But I would like to play him. I think that would be fun.
Rue, if Anthony's higher ranked than you, watch out, because he might be coming for you. Thank you so much, Anthony. We're going to put you backstage. Koho, I'm just going to say some final thoughts on tonight's match. I think this was a really, really fun way to get the Trios tournament started. Dean and Joe gave a great effort, and then Anthony just at the end didn't use any repeats, by the way, and was able to pull out the win, had his 4-pointer left. I think this was a phenomenal match. But on behalf of Anthony, on behalf of Joe, on behalf of Dean, on behalf of everyone here at Multiplex Movie Melee, I'm Payson Cinemaster Johnson. That's Caleb Coho. Have a great night.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
In case I don't see you.
I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.
I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.